Are you bored of classic digicore? Well, me neither, but there's this one thing I've been spamming for God knows how long, and I think it's finally time for me to share it with you. I'm pretty sure most of you will even identify with it. This is acoustic digicore. You should know the drill already. We open up FL Studio, set the BPM, which is quite flexible, but generally anything between 165 to like 185 works. So I'm gonna go for 174. Now the main difference from the classic digicore is, well, of course, the acoustic drums, right? Who would have thought that the genre that has acoustic in the name will use acoustic drums? That is absolutely unbelievable. Other than that, I also tried to stray from classic bass plug. I know, but before you start throwing tomatoes at me, hear me out and trust the process. While we have the main differences covered, let's get to the melodies. And here is another thing worth considering, at least in my opinion. Use dry sounds, and by that I mean disabling reverb and delay on them. It's a good rule of thumb because you can very easily destroy your whole beat when literally every single sound has tons of delay. Starting with a plug, it's as always 6145 and the scale is E major. Remember to use 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th and 7th note of the major scale you're in. To make it easier, use the built-in scale highlighting tool. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I highly recommend to watch my previous digicore tutorial. It's the most popular video on my channel, so I guess that's cool. Oh, and hey, there's even a 4th in there! I still hate them, but this one good. Another plug, and this one is really just, oh my god, there's another 4th in there. Oh. Anyway, it's just 1543. You can't go any easier than this. It's time for the lead! I will always say this, but the lead is a foundation for your melody and it defines it. So take your time making it, but don't overcomplicate it by any means. A nice tip I can give you is as follows. If you can't hum your melody, melody bad. Trust me, it works most of the time. And I kid you not, this melody was made when I was making the intro for this video. I just sang the words acoustic digicore, then I made the melody off of the notes I hit. So it was acoustic digicore, and that's how I made the melody. Oh, and to make your notes slidable, check both mono and legato in Serum or whatever synth you're using. To make your life easier, click this arrow, go to edit and select allow resizing from left. This way you can adjust your note length not only from the right, but from the left as well, which is very helpful in making slide notes. You can't really go wrong as long as both notes you're placing are in your scale. That is absolutely crucial. Another lead, this one is honestly very simple because what you're gonna do is set your scale if you hadn't already, left click the note icon here. What this will do is only allow you to place notes in the selected scale. So even if I do shift plus arrow up or down, it'll skip notes that aren't highlighted. Copy your main lead to a different synth, press shift plus arrow up 2 times, this works as a harmony for the main lead. And while it may sound weird on its own, see how it sounds together. Last lead for the hook is this very simple ambience lead. There's really not much I can say about it. Now for the bass, as I said before, it's not a bass plug. You can use bass plugs and there's nothing wrong in that, but I just like to use more fully fledged bass. Copy the bass notes from your plug, use Ctrl and arrow up or down to see how it sounds in different octaves, because it might be too high or too low. If it never sounds good to you, either swap to a different bass or transpose everything to a different key. And now it's finally time for the main thing, the acoustic drums. Well, you're gonna grab some acoustic drums. For that I used the OG EDM pack from Kashmir because I used to do tons of EDM back in the day. And the most generic pattern you can do, and that works every single time, is this. Hi-hats aren't necessary, but if you're gonna use them, just do a basic 2-step pattern. Almost everything is done, but if you know me, then you know that I always love to do dance beat breaks, so let me show you how I do it. I grabbed the main plug, offbeat bass which looks like this. I took a lead from my Serum Bank stiller, I disabled legato, checked portamento to always, copied the plug melody, and it sounds so good! The drums are in the classic 4/4 pattern, and the lead is just my imagination being freed. Use the right notes, use many slides, and let your imagination guide you on this one. You can overcomplicate this one, I'll allow it. Of course, mixing is always the same, route everything aside drums and bass to a bass channel, which is the channel that will put all our effects on, cut out the low frequencies to around 150 Hz to make it less muddy and sound more professional in general because it gives space for your kick and bass. Use multiband compression, such as OTT, and if you watched my previous tutorial, you should know my opinion on it already. Yeah, use ODT. Just use ODT. Add any sidechain you like. I used Kickstart for this one. And use a master preset or Ozone if you have it. But Ozone is pretty expensive, so you know. And yeah, it's time to preview the beat and see what we accomplished. Massive props to Dishwasher for editing this video, because without them it would probably never come out. Link to their channel is in the description, and I've heard they're working on a Serum Bank, so definitely keep an eye out for that as well. If you want melody presets for digicore, link to my Serum Bank Stellar is also in the description. Sorry for not uploading as often as I used to, but I've got finals in May, so I'm kinda busy with all that stuff and it's kinda stressing me out, but remember that no matter what, I still love you guys. Bye!